Hello, everybody. This is Calvin here at Calvinomics. Thank you for tuning in. I'm just on the roll today. I think it's my fourth video. It is February 24th of 2026. I don't know why I just kind of blanked there. Just from all the videos I've done, I've been uploading them. So I hope you enjoy this. This is about silver. Now, there's a lot of news going on this silver. This is actually technically part 4. There has been a lot of news regarding silver, the silver price, and all that. So I'll go over. I actually, I'm not like a silver dealer. Some people are silver dealers. They probably have way more credibility and they know what they're talking about. However, I've been following stocks, following silver, following gold for a long time and purchasing it on my own. So as a actual buyer and keeping it on hand, just in case something were to happen, I have an idea of what I am referring to and talking about because, hey, I follow the price because I actually buy this stuff. And I'm sure sellers and dealers do too. I just don't do that as a career. However, I do just enjoy following this stuff. So I'm going to give my 2 cents, technically 5 cents. They don't give out pennies anymore. And go from there. Okay, so silver price predictions. I just Googled it. You see on there, it's 2026, probably projected to remain strong. Thank you, AI. Forecasting average price around $81 an ounce for 2026. Well, as you can see here, silver prices today, I don't know why. I'm an incognito. Don't really worry about it. It's not because of what you may think. It's already surpassed that. Some say ranging from 55 to 100, depending on industrial demand, economic factors. Industrial demand, with all the data centers going on, with all the technology, the chips, it's going to remain strong. That's it. That's not even a blind prediction. It just is. It's factual. There is a lot going on in the world right now, and data centers, since the United States has over 5,000 of them, use a lot of electrical components. Silver is one of the materials used in those electrical, all the equipment. Silver is going to be in heavy demand. Do I see it going down to 55? No. It's already past that, and it's already maintained a price level above that. It's going to stay. So if you're thinking about buying silver, okay, we'll talk about that. Silver outlook. So I Googled this. You can see all these videos, 15 hours, rejected, bulls, bears. You're a bull, you're a bear, guy pointing his finger at you. Just all these, buy the dip. I don't like any of that stuff. Find a day that works for you if you're going to start buying silver and just buy it. If you don't like that, if you don't want to have actual silver, fine. Silver mining stock companies, whatever. Google it. Find out who mines. Barrick Mining, Pan American Silver. I've invested First Majestic. I used to buy this one, Pan American Silver. Now I buy Barrick Mining. That's just me. Not making a recommendation. I actually have that in my portfolio. It's just B. So, Barrick Mining stock. It's just big B. Just says B. New York Stock Exchange B. I like Barrick Mining. As you can tell, it really has followed the trend line of silver, as well as gold, palladium, platinum. But as you can see here, trend line up and to the right, way up to the right. I don't like that when it shoots that high up because it can't sustain that for too long. As you can see here, it increased, decreased, but it's going back up to its top. In fact, this looks like it's going to surpass it shortly. Okay. So, as you kind of say, silver outlook, should I buy now? Should I buy now? If you're going to buy, just buy. Find a schedule. I use JM Bullion, which is I'm going to load up next, and I talked about in my last video. JM Bullion is a site. It was actually really good. It still is very good. You get what you pay for it. There's no errors, blah, blah, blah. The only problem is there's high demand, causing delays in processing, shipping, and customer support. Yes, that is true. The last couple orders have taken took essentially a month to get, whereas before it was next week. Free shipping on $499 plus dollars. It used to be $199. So free shipping essentially over $200. Not anymore. It looks like you buy over $500 and then you get free shipping. It's like $10. I think it just depends on the order and how much. Obviously, if it's gonna be heavier, then it's gonna cost more. With the way how light my orders were, because it was essentially just like $200 to $300. Used to be about 6 silver pieces, super light. Used to be $10, but I don't know what it is now because I never had to pay. But now, unless I'm doing $500, which I don't think I'd be doing, at least for the next few months, then I have to find out what it is. Okay. And I have not bought since early January, And this was not like this. And it's only the end of February. So analyst drops silver. So here you go. 2025 silver return 148%. 2024 21%. Okay, which silver coins have the most utility? Now this is another thing. When you go into the site, you're here, you see all this stuff. You're like, oh my gosh, what do I click on? Look at these things. Just kind of just break it down for you. One ounce silver bars. I like buying these. They're nice. They're small. Just a little. They're about the size of this controls. They have these little LED lights directly behind me. It's about this size, maybe a little bit smaller, and about the exact same weight, about 1 ounce. Every now and then, though, I'll go buy a 5 ounce. Now these are like $500, so they're a little bit harder now. But hey, I get free shipping. And then I got a 10 ounce, which is heavy. I should have bought more. They're almost $1,000. It was about $300 when I bought it, but it is what it is. So you're like, I can't afford that. Fine. Most of us can't either, including myself. So I just sometimes like, hey, I scrounge together a few $100s. I want to buy some silver coins. I don't see the price going down. I see it going down just a little bit. I'm not going to get all dramatic about it. I think it's going to maybe go down to the 70, low 80 range, and then it's just going to continue to go up. I've talked about this in previous videos. You can watch the U.S. debt. It's a storage of value. It's keeping up with inflation. I'm going to exit this. So you want to know which ones have the most utility. Because say you're buying silver coins and you're like, okay, which ones do I buy? People just like to buy to collect, which is fine. And they're all going to have some type of value when you go to sell them, or if you sell them or pass them on, it doesn't really matter. However, there are ones that are more popular than other. You can really Google that. American Silver Eagle, obviously top one. If you're in the United States, and even if you're not, okay. And there's a Canadian Leaf, Britannia, and it's not the the dictionary, and then the Philharmonic, and then the Kangaroo or Krugerrand, which is interesting because this one is, if you're in Illinois like I am, some states have their own sales tax. So for instance, if I was to go and sell, I would probably sell privately. Yeah, then because if you go to a dealer, there has to be a certain tax. Krugerrands are for some reason taxed. Some of these are taxed, some of them are not. It's really strange. So when you go to sell and then you get money, say if I took my 10 ounce silver bar to a silver dealer and then sold it and I got spot price, so whatever, $9.61 or whatever they offer me, I'm like, yeah, okay. Then I have to, that's now income, so they got to pay tax. Some of them are, some of them aren't. Some states do charge, some of them don't. So most likely Illinois does. Krugerrands, for some reason, I think are actually taxed. Some of them are not. However, what I found is that this is the most popular, and I find this over and over, not just from AI, but obviously AI is pulled from a lot of sources. The American Eagle, Leaf, Britannia, Philharmonic, and then the Kangaroo, and then there's South African Krugerrand. Those are all popular, okay, which all tend to actually be almost like British colonies in some way. Britain, Australia, South Africa. But either way, at least what they used to in the past. That's how I'd start. Mexican Libertad is also popular. And then let me go back to that. Silver. Here we go. Libertad, they got the, as you can see, these are all, a lot of these are out of stock. And yeah, Libertad, I mean, whatever. Those are nice, but obviously it looks like they're out of stock too. Now they also have ones that are called proof, just minted differently. Sometimes comes in like an enclosure. These are more expensive. Sometimes are also in color. It takes more to create them, but people like these. There's also junk silver or old silver, 90% silver. But then they also have like silver that's like old school, like coins from a certain date prior, because coins were made in silver. So you can see here, it's like, oh, these are 90%. So even though these coins, just like, why is this quarter $70? It's because of the content that's made. Here's a silver, so these $50, but it's also what's made of. Even like pennies now. Okay, so I don't want this to go over 12 minutes. Last thing is, there are things called goldbacks, which I actually may talk to about in the next video. Price predictions. We'll talk about goldbacks. I'll make a separate video because this one's about to go 10 minutes. I actually really enjoy this topic. So as you can see here, this is from 2025, February 11th. This is how fast things change. This is a year ago and about 10 days. So as we specified price range, but by 2030 is optimistic for a steep climb. So this is their price prediction. This website, I don't know, learnapmex.com, whatever this is, investing. This is what they did, way off target. Okay, they had no idea by the end of 2025 it was going to be way up there. I mean, we can just go back. I had a feeling. So silver price at the end of 2025, about $78, and they were not even close. It was almost more than double. Same thing for 2026, and so on and so on. So we're saying by 2030 be $74. I don't think so. I think it's gonna be around. I think by 2030, if the United States continues to do what it does, you can, no matter what you find, you're just gonna see almost up and to the right. By how much is another story. But all things considering, from what's going on with the United States debt to what's going on with how much silver is used in all sorts of materials, this debt is going to keep racking up. They even have a time machine by 2030. So I think this thing is like 41 or 42 trillion, 43 trillion projected now. I think the first video is only projected at 41 trillion. This is just going to go up enormously. I think by 2030, minimum price, however, according reach coin price. So Julie Wee at UBS Global, I don't know who this person is, don't care. But coin price, 75 at the end of 2030, no. AI driven, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what this is. That's totally wrong. This is more what I think it should be in line with. By 2030, I have a feeling that it will be around $300 an ounce. I would say not even that. I would maybe about 2 to 250. 300's a little bit high, but with the way things are going now, I don't foresee that actually being incorrect. If this debt continues to go up, we don't get it under control, and interest rates do go down, $300 for that per ounce. So that means one of those coins will now be worth $300. I foresee that happening. I really do. Anywhere between $200 to $300 is very, very, very likely, and I do not foresee things changing. Trump is going to be the president until 2028. He's most likely going to continue the same policies, and whoever comes in after, unless they swing to a totally different direction of basically cut and raise interest rates, and they'll just stall the economy. I mean, I can't see anyone trying to pay off the debt. I do think this is a good, accurate number. Okay, so there you go. If you think about buying in silver, it might be a good time. I am not part of a financial institution. I am not selling anything for JM Bullion. I just enjoy doing this on my own. Enjoy talking about it and researching it. But if you are interested in buying silver, there are all different places how to buy silver coins. And there's no wrong way to do it. Just find a monthly schedule that works for you and just go for it. All of these have good reviews. I'm sure they're all great. Or even just go to a local dealer. See what happens. Next episode, talk about gold backs. It's actually really cool. Have a great day.